and welcome to another fabulous episode of Trending. My name is Toka Makinwa. As always, Trending is that show that keeps you entertained, keeps you informed, keeps you guessing sometimes because you never know who my guest will be. Now, my guest on the show was shot into the spotlight with his role in the Amstel Malta box office drama White Waters, and he hasn't looked back ever since. He hit the ground running. He's the new leading man for Nollywood, and the ladies can't seem to get enough of him. You get to meet him right after this break. Welcome back to Trending on HipTv. This is channel 324. Now, my guest in the studio, his name is OC Ukeje. I hope I got that right. OC is what I call him, but OC Ukeje. It's so nice, so lovely to have you here, OC.
Thank you so much, Toke. It's nice to be on Trending.
You are the leading Nollywood man right now.
Well, that's what I hear. That's what they say.
Are you kidding me?
No, I mean, I guess if you go by the number of times that you see your face flash on something, yeah, there might be some truth.
Yeah, apart from magazines, you're also, on every movie screen. Like every movie screen that's worth talking about has OC in the forefront.
I honestly think that the times just seem to have aligned properly for me.
I like a humble man as well.
No, but I'm being serious because you think about it. One of the films, Adese is having all the acclaim right now. I shot in 2010. So it just happens that some of the things that you had done earlier just happen to be falling in the same place, and that's good though, because some people do these things and then they're coming at different timing, and then there's a high and then there's a low. Exactly.
But then you've been on a steady rise. Basically, it's like you hit the ground running and you haven't looked back since then.
And I'm really glad because it took a while, to be able to get to this point. And you pick the projects that you want to do, you make sure that they're right projects, but you can never really tell if they're going to get out into the market, if people are going to receive it well, and then when exactly it's going to pop out. I just know that I was conscious about certain decisions I had made as far as it was that I wanted to be in this business, and I will do what I have to do to make sure I'm here. And I think that I made the right choice.
Wow, I love that. Well, hold that thought. We are going to go on another break. When we come back, OC Ukeje is in here and we'll chat about his career, his love life, his amazing nowness, if I can say that. I mean that he's the man of the moment. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Trending on HipTv. Remember, you can join this conversation anytime you want. All you have to do is to go on Twitter. We're at www.twitter.com/HipTv. Check us out on Instagram. Yeah, like all our photographs, because you guys want to. I know. We are at Trending on HipTv. I have the man of the moment with me, OC Ukeje, popularly known as OC. So let's start from where it all began. Tell us a little bit about growing up.
Growing up was very interesting. Had a very, okay background, but we had the seasons where it became difficult because at some point everything falls apart. I mean, your dad loses his job.
Yeah, he was a caterer.
Yeah, he was a caterer, yeah. Right. He worked at Federal Powers for many years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but after the Hebrews bought it over, they changed staff. So you lose your job, you lose your house, you're moving with your cousins, you guys are living, like a community in a very small place. You break up back to go through secondary school, and then you lose a parent, and then...
Which one did you lose?
My dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is your mom still alive?
So my mom's still alive.
Okay, that's good.
Supportive woman.
That's amazing.
And then things start getting better. I don't attribute it to his death, but things, just really changed after that point. So it almost felt like we got to the point where how much more beneath can we go? And then it just felt like I hit the ground.
Yeah, but that's the thing with life. Like when you hit rock bottom, there's only one way to go, and you just gotta go all of up there. But it's very, very humble, story, and very nice.
Yeah, and it really helped to culture myself and my siblings, which is really, I think, what has formed the basis of who we are today.
How many siblings do you have?
I have 2 siblings.
Okay,
an
girls.
older brother and a younger sister.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
I would never have guessed that.
Yeah. But I mean, it's cultured us. You're aware of how the world really is. And irrespective of however much accomplishment you have, you know, you still have that mother who gave you those, you know, crucial, you know, tips to life about background, about
respect,
you know,
and all you've got to
respect,
do.
you know, and all of those things. So it was a very interesting.
Okay, so at what point did you know, discover acting, or did acting discover you?
I think acting discovered me, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was doing music for the longest time.
I was going to talk about your music career.
You know.
Now, let me tell you guys, the first time I ever met him, he was in church.
Absolutely.
He sang in the choir.
Yeah.
And I went to this church and I see this guy singing the solo, and I was totally blown away. I had this massive crush on OC. And then I walked up to him and said, my sister has a crush on you, but it was me.
Yeah, because you said it was your sister. I was going to jump in there and say your sister.
No, I never told you that it was me.
No.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm married now, I can tell you.
Wow. Nice timing.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Interesting. So yeah, he does have an amazing voice. But before we get to the voice, let's talk about how acting found you.
Right. And so because I was doing this for the fellowship on campus all that time, they decided they wanted to do a play. And they asked me to, you know, read through, and then I wasn't really interested. But I did it, you know, I got the lead. We put it on stage at the Muson, and then a bigger organization saw what I did and thought, oh, let's hire this guy. And so they hired me, and I was playing Omaba for a bit, and then he graduated from
Well, like theatre?
Yeah, theatre.
Okay.
So he graduated from playing Omaba to playing Omaba in Kabisi. So they kind of just, you know, used
Dress
me
you
up to,
a lot.
you know, And then I ran with that organization for four or 5 years, you know, steady.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was just doing stage.
Well, at least it was some income as well. Was it
no,
free?
No, it wasn't. I earned 2 checks in 4 years of 5,000 naira each. You know, that's why it's interesting, because when people think you just popped out from nowhere, it's just like, well, believe what you want.
Yeah.
You know, but in 4 years I earned 2 checks. But I liked what I was doing. I was in university. I didn't have any losses. I just tried to make sure that I was good at the books as well, just so my mom doesn't kill me. You know, but I did that until I finished university, and then the issue was, how do we now go professional with this?
Okay.
You know, so
at that point you probably had, you know, seen that there was something there.
Absolutely. Okay. So by my 3rd year, I was sure that I wanted to do this.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you read in uni?
Marine sciences.
How do you go from science to acting? Like, I would have thought that you started acting right before you got into uni. I mean, you probably would have gone to like creative arts department or something.
It really found me while I was on campus at the University of Lagos. So it was really just, okay, so experimental, and you're like, okay, people actually think you're good at this, and then you begin to develop the love for it. And by the 3rd year, like, okay, so what's the plan? Let's just finish marine sciences first, and then figure it out from there.
Okay, so you finished that, and
so I finished that. And at the point when I was doing my youth service, Amsterdam Malta box office was happening. You know, and my my oldest friend thought, you know what, why don't you give this an opportunity? Who knows, they might be able to help you cross over. And I said, okay, fine, we'll try it. Even though I was skeptical about reality TV shows at the time.
Yeah, because sometimes it's not always that case.
It's not always.
It could be very detrimental to someone's career. Because even when you look at the first world, you find out that, you know, most of these reality music talent shows, or, you know, I mean, who is, apart from maybe Kelly Clarkson, who else
really
would I look and say, okay, one American Idol singer, Ruben, what's his name?
Stuttered.
He tried a little
bit. He did actually.
And I can understand it, because the guys who have hustled the streets will clearly not take you seriously.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's you know, but I mean, I have to say that I have to count more of the gains that the show did for me.
Okay.
Because I really do not know how much further I would be in my career if I did not get that as a jump off. You know, so I did that. You know, I aced the competition. And then you do a movie off of that, White Waters, which gets you an award, you know, for Best Upcoming Actor at the Africa Movie Academy Awards, AMA. And after that, everything goes quiet. And so you're silent for like 2 years, you're looking for work, you're hustling, you're trying to get in touch with producers and directors, and nothing was happening. I think in 2 years I probably did 1 film.
Really?
Yeah, but the thing is, because I had started hosting gigs here and there from the university, I was getting some side income. The interesting thing is, even though I did win some money from the competition, the issue was how I was going to stay alive for 1 year, because I was contractually bound for 1 year and I couldn't work.
Wow.
So I have 2.5. I have to stay without work for 1 year, and then be
Why
able to,
though? Are you working for them, or you're just not supposed to work for anyone?
They would like for the showcase, your first showcase, to be their thing.
Okay.
And it makes sense. You know, it's just when you're in the middle of it, it's crazy. you know. But I invested a chunk of the money because I was hoping that you'll invest it and after 1 year you can get your money back and then you're still alive.
Tell me the stock market crashed.
I didn't even go to stock market because it was too skeptical for me to understand. But I went into hedge funds. Yes, and I went to some oil servicing business as well. And guess what?
It crashed.
That money is still somewhere in the deep sea, deep blue sea actually.
Well, the ship capsized and didn't bring the oil?
Well, the government actually clamped down on some of these things because some Ponzi schemes have been going on at the time.
Yeah.
You know, and so they bunched up everyone, you know, because I was getting some, you know, returns on investment every month.
Okay.
So that was keeping me alive through the period. But when the Ponzi schemes came up, then the government clamped down on everyone. And then while they were trying to sort out, you know, it takes time to sort things out. And then you realize 1 year is done, 1.5, 2 years, nobody's telling you anything about your money. So I was basically a fresh celebrity with no money.
Oh my gosh. At that point, I'm sure you thought the odds are definitely working against me.
I did think so. You know,
but look at you now.
Look at me now.
I'm making money.
Well, not yet. My account is not happy with me, but it's fine.
Okay, but we're getting there.
We're
Because
getting
the thing is, in this industry, sometimes, I mean, in most cases, the name precedes.
Yeah, it really does.
At some point, the account catches up.
Yeah.
You know, so we're at that point where we're hoping.
Yeah, she
that it
will be happy soon.
Yeah, she will
Yes,
definitely
we're
be
right
happy.
on the
With what you've done the whole of last year, 2013 was the most amazing year yet. In my own description, because I just couldn't stop seeing OC. This movie premiere, OC Ukeje. This award ceremony. How many awards did you win last year?
I think it was 4 or 5.
In 1 year. Some people in the history of their career haven't won 4 awards. OC, 4, and then you won the best actor of the year.
Yeah, it was a very, very surprising year for me because, you know, you just keep hearing your name popping up here. I'm like, okay. All right, thank you very much, but it was a really surprising year for me because
I was proud of you. I am still proud of you because every single time I would hear your name, I'm like, you know, this guy definitely has something. Wow, congratulations. What about Half of the Yellow Sun?
Half of the Yellow Sun was, you know, I remember the first time I heard about it, which must have been maybe 3 or 4 years ago, that they were working on the project, and I was looking for who was working on it, you know, and 2 years go by and I don't hear anything, and I remember I come back from this trip and then I get a phone call to come for a read. So when
so you didn't even audition, like they called you?
Yeah, well, it was for a read, so it was like an audition.
Yeah, but you know how at some point in your career you stopped going for all these open cast calls.
So it's like a closed
so it's like
audition.
then we're inviting you to come and read,
yeah.
which is a bit much more better.
Which is so much better.
Okay.
And so I get that phone call. So it's when I'm looking at the site, I'm like, oh, hold on a minute, I've read this book now. Oh, this is Half the Yellow Sun. You know, and I was originally reading for the character of Ugu, which was a much stronger role for me.
Okay, who played that eventually?
His name is John Boyega. He's a British-based actor, even though he was of Nigerian descent. But yeah, after 2 auditions, they give me a second role, and then they tell me, look, you might be interested, you might not be interested. What do you think? You know, but I had to think about it as a career move
because rubbing shoulders with that sort of people,
with the likes of Chiwetel and Tandy would be good for you and good for my career. And I cannot tell you how much of the publicity for the African release has helped me so much. It is unbelievable how far they went because I was really a speaking extra.
Wow.
In the film. But
sometimes even being that sort of a character in a big movie
is good for you
because you know the biggest movie actors started from doing 1 or 2 of those sort of.
Absolutely, and I have absolutely no qualms with it. I guess maybe I was more concerned about, oh, don't push me out too much before people are expecting so much in the film, and then they go there like, you know. But it's a business.
Yeah.
And then they need to be able to work with what works best in this regions that they release them.
Yeah.
I dare say my market is, you know, cooking enough to be able to, you know, get on there. So it was, and you cannot pay money for that sort of publicity, you know, with the press conferences and being on the poster and whatnot. It was amazing for me.
And you look very dapper at the press conference.
Thank you very much.
All right, we are going to go on another short break. When we come back, we are talking Half of a Yellow Sun and so much more. So OC's got so many sides to him, and we are hopefully, fingers crossed, going to get round. And it's like a clock. We have to start at this point and try and make our way all around till we get back to where we started from. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Trending on HipTv. It has been such an amazing day hanging out with OC Ukeje. Now, I can't let him leave, not just yet. He's got to go through his nasty comments. Oof. Are you ready?
I think so.
Take it away.
Okie dokie. Okay, first one says, do I need to say the name?
Yes, you can.
Queen Zara, who is he? I never see this one for a movie before and he's winning an award. By the way, big congrats. Eating my popcorn and dancing personally. You know, it's interesting how you say who is he. I never say he's winning and then you congratulate
me. So the insult came right before the... But that's good. That's not a nasty comment then.
Well,
it's a bit of 50-50.
I won't even, you know.
Yeah.
Vashti says, saw two brides and a baby. It was an absolute waste of time. Horrible movie. Leading man. He can't even speak English.
So what are you speaking now?
I don't know. Sorry, please, people. I don't know. You know, you be the judge of this because I think I've tried with the English. What do you think? Yeah.
I think it's Spanish. We've been speaking.
Yeah, it seems like we've been speaking Spanish.
Should we switch to Portuguese? They're still Spanish. They're speaking Portugal.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay. And then it says, I don't get the hype around him as an actor. He's okay, but he's not charismatic enough on TV. I don't see him being a leading man, maybe supporting roles. I just don't see star quality in him. But he's quite talented, but his acting is average. Thank you. This is so sweet. This is really sweet. The funny thing is, I've just watched my life to move, you know, while this comment was going on, and then all of a sudden the star quality enough to be in half of a yellow sun. I'm not charismatic enough, but I think that I've made quite an impression. I agree with you totally. Thumbs up, thank you very much. This is real sweet. You're too kind. And I think the very last one, he's so overrated as an actor. He puts me to sleep. To tell you what, how about you keep sleeping while the rest of the world is celebrating? I love you. Thank you so much. That's really nice.
I really love that. Oh my God. OC has been totally amazing on the show today. You've got to come back because then, of course, we've got to carry on with this conversation and hopefully there might be wedding bells.
Ooh,
since he's talking about getting married this year, hopefully we'll be talking about that as well. You know I've got love for you, right?
You too, baby.
You know that. So I'm going to keep watching you from here. And every time that I need you, we'll have you right back here so we can carry on with this.
As long as you give me some of your jazz, we'll discuss this, right?
Oh my gosh. Next up, let's watch the top 5 highest grossing movies.
My father said that one day, if man...
At number 5 on the top 5 highest grossing movies of 2014 is Noah, which grossed over $246 million worldwide.
You must trust that he speaks in a way that you can understand.
I saw water, death by water. That's our new life. A great flood is coming. We build a vessel to survive the storm. We build an ark.
At number 4 on the top 5 highest highest grossing movies of 2014 is Captain America: The Winter Soldier, which grossed over $476 million.
Are you ready for the world to see you as you really are? You look out the window. You know how the game works. Disorder, war. All it takes is one step.
Captain America: The Winter Soldier broke Fast Five's record, $86.2 million for the highest weekend debut in April. It currently has the highest weekend debut in 2014.
This isn't freedom. This is fear.
You need to keep both eyes open.
Today has been so much fun. Unfortunately, that's all we can take on the show. It was really nice having you guys tuning. Massive shout out going out to OC Ukeje. Make sure you join this conversation. Follow us on Twitter. We are at www.twitter.com/HipTv. You can also check us out on Instagram. We are at Trending on HipTv. You can watch this online. Go to www.hiptv.tv. Inspire someone today. What are you talking about? Be good to one another. I will see you on the next Trending. Goodbye.